Hi friends, crafty friends. Today we're gonna make 6 cards. I've already made 6 with this kit, and it's the Spellbinders May 23 kit, card kit of the month, and it's called Spreading Happiness. You get so much in this kit. So I'll show you the other 6 cards I've made once we get through these. So I'm back, everything's cut up. So on your base cards, which is an A2 size, I've got 4 1/4 by 5.5. My next layer, I've written it here for you, is 4 inches by 5.25. The blue I've written on the back. You'll see it when we use the vellum, that's why. So it's 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then our little tiny piece of vellum, I wrote it down for you over here, 3.25 by 4.25. So let's go ahead and get those pieces together. A lot of the measurements I've written down are going to be covered up. So that's why I did it that way. So you could see this, pause the video and check it out. So let's get this centered on here. All right. Then on this blue layer, which I've written the measurements for, I'm gonna flip that over because you'll see that through the vellum. So let's get that taped up. I love these tape runners. I get them on Amazon. If you want to look at the name of that, I'll hold it up. I can't for the life of me say that name. So there you go. Let's get this layer on here. Now my next layer, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to take this vellum and have it in the bottom left-hand, it'd be the left-hand corner, I guess, or as I'm looking at it, the right-hand side. I'm gonna have the flowers coming up in here, and I don't want to glue this yet to this because I need to know where the flowers are going to come so I can put the tape behind the vellum, or the tape will show through. So let me do some work on this, and first, let me see if I can get this to run for me. I should have done this up before. I need to make sure that this glue is running, which it's not. So an easy fix. I keep a needle here at my desk, and let's get it fixed up. That should do it. I'm thinking I need a pin cushion. If anyone knows someone good on Etsy who makes them, I'd love to know. All right, we're unstuck, I'm back. So in this kit, all these die cuts, you get 2 of each. So I'm gonna layer up a few here. Squeeze a little bit of this glue out. I love these little bottles. Keeps the line of glue really small. So let's put these 2 together. And I'm gonna twist them just to kind of get a 3D effect. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm gonna do some double-sided foam tape here. I will list all of these supplies for you down below. Goodness me. Let's do it this way. There we go. So what I want to do is layer this over here just to see where that's at for a minute. And then I'll know where to put this. I think I'm going to put it right down in there. So there's that. Then I think I will leave these. I'll just put some glue on the bottom here. Stick that and tuck it underneath. Just don't want any glue on that. I want it all in the vellum right now. Okay, then I'm going to curve around to the bottom here, but I think I will stick this green one in here. Let's see, should I come up there? Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one up. So this is going to overhang the vellum and go on to the blue cardstock. And I did glue up the whole thing, so I'm gonna have to be careful here. So let me put it on my tape right there. And then I'll re-glue it here in a minute. So we have another green flower here. Yeah, let's put that one right there. And this will have glue on both sides, or just one side, but the whole flower. A little bit more. Stick that one right there. And then we've got a peach one left. Let me figure out where I want this. Let me look at this on here. Yeah, that'll look good down there. Okay. So, I'm still afraid that that's gonna, let me dab some of this glue off. I'm not ready to stick it down yet. So I'm gonna take this. This is a chipboard that comes in the kit. I'm gonna take off the center pieces for right now. And I'm gonna stick this down in here. Let's see, lower right corner. Stick that down in there. And then the kit also comes with some of these puffy sentiments here. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm ready to glue this down. So what I'm gonna do is flip it over and see where there is sticky stuff on the back here where the florals were. So that's not gonna show through. So now we can glue up this flower I just cleared the tape from. And then we're gonna put some glue over here. And we're not putting glue anywhere where you can see through or it will show. So we're going back down to the lower right-hand corner. Secure that in spot. Okay, then the sentiment I'm going to use is "Oh, hello there." Put it down here in the middle, kind of towards the bottom of that chipboard frame. Then I'm gonna take, this butterfly here, and I like to put a little bit more glue on those chipboards. I don't always trust that they're going to stay on. Let me find my little reverse tweezers here. Excuse my reach. I'm going to put this little guy, the next butterfly. Let me get some reverse tweezers out. Okay, let's see if I can put this guy over here. There we go. We have a couple hearts I'm going to put down in here. Put that over in there. Okay, so that's card number 1. Okay, we're moving on to card number 2. Let me show you what I've used in this card. I have some stitched heart dies, and I used 2 different sizes. I've used a smaller one on the front, and then I've made a large one for the back. These 2 papers are from the kit. And then I've used these premium foam adhesive squares from scrapbook.com, and they're awesome when you don't want to, let me see if I can put this up for you all. There you go. When you don't want to go through putting all the foam on the back of something like this, just works out great. So what I did is I took the smaller heart and I ran it through my die cutting machine and did this. And what I've done with a pencil is I've gone through on the paper and kind of lightly stitched not stitched, but took my pencil and went around the heart here. So I would know where to place it so it wouldn't show up, the sides wouldn't show up when I put this on. Then these are some more die cuts that came with the kit. Let me put them in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of put them in at the bottom here. And then I have another puffy sticker I'll put on top. So let's get started on this. So this is just some 80-pound Nina Solar white cardstock. And we'll put that in there like that. Trying to match up my pencil marks I made. Then I can peel off this tape, the contact tape on the back here. And then we put a little bit of glue on here to give us a little wiggle space. Let me see if I can hold up this cap. Goodness, this is sticky. Hopefully this will give us a little error, you know, little scooching with the wet glue on it. Goodness, growing hairs on there. Okay, let me see. Excuse my head. Okay, I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to take these two die cuts. Again, we get 2 of these in the kit, 2 of each die cuts. And I'm going to layer these up. Let me get my little, you know, reverse tweezers. That's the word I'm looking for, Susan. Little bigger ones on these big flowers. And they do have a sticky back, but I like to still put some glue down just to be safe. And these are kind of a chameleon gem. They kind of go with, change their color to be with whatever you put on your card. So it works out well. I'll have to tell you the color of these here in a minute. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get rid of that one. It fell upside down. This glue does dry clear, which is awesome. So you'll see in the pictures I take afterwards that that's all dried up. I think I want more on the flower, on the heart. I do. We're gonna do it. Just go with me on it. Just a little bit of bling. So there you go. Card number 2. Moving on. Okay, moving on to card 3. This one's gonna come together really fast. We have a card base here in the back. We're going to attach this peach layer to it. And this is one of the papers that was in the kit. Let me tell you, these kits, this one in particular, you get every bit of your money back. We're going to glue this on. I see a little bit of white peeking through, which happens a lot. Just a little bit more of a haircut. Okay. Glue down this blue that came in the kit. And this time we're going to make a horizontal card, still an A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Looks pretty good. Now what we're going to do with these is I cut this out of a die that I had too, and I've had this one forever also. Let's see. This die right here. Couldn't tell you where I got it because I've had it in my stash for a long time. I'm sorry. I'll see if I can find one like it. And you should also know that on my dies, I always put how many pieces, and I actually have 2 sets of these in here, which comes out great because sometimes they disappear. So there's that. So this is just going to get stuck in like that, or placed. I guess that would be a more pleasant word. So let's glue these up at the same time. And I'm actually gonna put some liquid glue on this one. I tell you, I'm sticking to everything tonight. I'd love to know where you all live. I'm in Arizona. And I just found a gem that has hijacked a ride on this card. Let's see if I can get rid of it. Because if not, this isn't going to lay the right way. There we go. He's not coming with us anymore. So I'm going to take this. Let me put down this halfway first. Then this is going to lay down like that. Then we have all these flowers again. All of, oh goodness. Let's see if I can put some glue in it. I did a boo-boo here. Okay, all these flowers came doubled up again because again, you get 2 of everything. I just want to make them a little bit thicker. So I'm going to hook them together or glue them together. But I've learned earlier that you need to be careful because you have to glue them just the right way. It's tricky. That shouldn't have taken that long, but there's that. selected. Let's see. How about if we do congratulations on this card? Put it right down here in the window. That little square draws your eye to it. And there we have. That's card number 3. Okay, we are back. We are back with card number 4. And let me give you some measurements so you have those in case you'd like to remake this. We have a card base, which is 4.5 by 4 1/4. Let me back that up. 4 1/4 by 5.5. That's our base. This is another paper that came in the kit. I love it. So happy. Very appropriate for this month too. And I'm making this recording in June of 2023. The second layer is going to be 4 inches by 5.25, and that'll get layered there. And some more things that came from the kit. In fact, all the rest of this has too. The only thing that hasn't would be the card base, the white. And the pink came from the kit too. And I love the foiling. Can you see that? That's on a lot of the pieces in this kit. I love it. And I've gone ahead, so you didn't have to sit through this again. I glued together 2 flowers on the bottom and 2 flowers on the top. So let's go ahead and get this together. I'm going to turn this so the numbers I wrote incorrectly at first are on the inside. Let's get some runner tape on here. Paper is just so happy. That's just about right. Okay, then what we're gonna do with these, I don't know if I told you or not, but these are 1 inch by 4 inch. And I'm gonna glue these down, but I'm going to be cutting off the ends, and I'll show you why here in a minute. If I have it it's longer than the pink piece. So what I want to do is put the center rainbow right in the middle. And that way it'll look intentional when I cut off the ends of the rainbows that hang off just a little on this piece. So let me see if I can level this up a little here. There we go. And cut this side off and this side off. And we'll do the same thing with this piece. One is going to end up going on the top here over the rainbow paper only. Then we've got this piece. And we're going to do the same thing with it. Let's do it down here. I don't like the edge just as much on this one. And I got that a little lopsided. And thank goodness for this liquid glue, because I can scoot it down. Okay, not perfect, but it'll do. And cut this side off. So I'm going to turn this one upside down on here, and we're going to get some foam squares and put those on the bottom to raise this up. Okay, this one's going to face down. Let me put it this way so I can see the edge of this rainbow paper. Okay, let's do this one. Sorry, this is taking a while. Okay. Let's line that up. Awesome. So next thing, we are going to put these kites in here. I think they're so cute. And again, I don't know if you can see it, but they have little gold dots on them. Love it. Okay, and I'm gonna add these flowers down here at the base. And I'm gonna add one of our sentiments from our sheet again. And I think I'm gonna put up here, I'm gonna get my reverse tweezers on this. I'm gonna put here, scoot it down just a little. And I'll put adored here. And I think this will be one more card for my granddaughters. Let's put some hearts in there. I'm going to put them in the middle of the kites. Perfect, love it. Card 4, on we go. All right, here we are in number 5. I love this kind of card. It's a shaker card. They're just so fun. I'm going to show you what we're going to use. These are the shaker bits that came in the kit. And with the other cards I'll show you, I've already made some shaker cards, but this was like half full. And look how big this is. I mean, this is an A2 card, so it's 5.5 by 4.25. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. So it's just really cute. And it looks like cake or donut sprinkles in here. There's little clouds, there's sequins. So cute, I love it. Just so happy. So what I've gone ahead and done ahead of time is I've cut out this square, and on the back of it, using some acetate, which I'll link for you below because some acetates aren't so hot. You need them a little bit thicker for this, I think. And I've glued it on with some liquid glue. And the pink, these pinks are some that I've had here in my stash. This will be the base of the card, which is 4.25 by 5.5. This is going to be the second layer, which is 4.5 by 5.25. And what I wanted to just remind you all to do, because I'm guilty of this, is make sure you look at the direction of a card when you put it together. So this has hearts on it, so it's definitely directional. And if you can see it, once again, there's some, you know, gold foiling there. So cute. Then to make the shaker, I've gone ahead and we'll put this together, obviously, but out of big pieces of double-sided sticky foam, I've cut some 4 very thin pieces to put on my shaker. And you want to make sure they are small so they don't show through your window. This is what I will back up the shaker with, so it's easier to flip over. And this is 2 5/8 by 3.5. And this came in the kit, and I've doubled them up like the other ones just so it's a little bit thicker. And I'm gonna use some glossy accents on this just to light up the birthday candles. So let's get started on this. So first things first, and I have, because this paper was a little bit thinner, I've gone ahead and I've doubled it up with some white cardstock that was in my stash. Then the Nina White Solar cardstock, which would be 80 pounds. When you're using it on a base and it's the only thing, or you know, it's the portion of the card that folds over, I do use 110 pound on the same white cardstock. Okay, so here we go on this one. So we're gonna go from here. So this is the acetate side. We're gonna glue that down like that. And I think I'll just put it on and then cut it off on the end. Let's do that. Goodness, this wants to fall apart. I had cut this in my guillotine cutter and I don't think it liked it. There we go. So I would say try and get this fairly close to the edge, the outside edge of your border. Cut this off. I'm gonna put that aside because I don't think we're gonna need that little piece. I'd rather go in one solid run across these and not piece it together. Goodness gracious. All right, let's do it this side because it seems to want to come off on the other side. We'll worry about the other side in a minute. It wants to stick to me. Everything wants to stick to me tonight. And I'm wondering if we can use this other piece up at the top. Yep. Okay. One piece left to go. Take the thinnest of the pieces. And I'm going to do the other side first. What appears to be the easy side. I can't see. Let's see. And you just pour in what you think, the amount you think is correct and what you want to see. Shake them down just a little. And I'm going to go ahead and put a piece just over the back of this so I can flip it over easily. So there we go. I'm going to put this up in here like this. Again, making sure that everything is upright in the right placement. Let's get some glue on here. Just like that. I think I want to be up at the top a little bit more. Here's our cake, or glue it. So this is what I'm going to use, Glossy Accents by Ranger. And it has a really tiny tip, which is really nice when you're doing things like these little tiny. Let's see, some of it came out pretty fast. Didn't like how it was kind of globbed up there on the end. So that's good. And I think I'll just leave that one alone and we'll put the greetings down at the bottom for the happy birthday. And our last card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 And this one's going to be a little bit different than the others. Here we go. And this was definitely a die I have in my set. It's called a chrysanthemum. And I'll try and find the link to that if I can and put it at the bottom. And we're going to layer that up. So this is a, this is a card base, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We are going to end up putting that down there. So before I glue that, I want to put this ribbon right in here. So let me glue that down first. Actually, I'm going to use some runner tape on that. And this is just a bright yellow grosgrain ribbon that I had in my stash once again. So I'm going to flip this over. And this black was something that I had in my stash also. I just kind of was wanting a different colors than the pastels for this last card. And some of the pieces that they sent, excuse me, had the yellow and the black. Okay, I've got the black panel down with the grosgrain. The rest of these items, with the exception of this, they were in the kit. So, and I've gone ahead on some white cardstock and laid out the, stamped out I love you. I think just about everyone should have something like that in their stash, but if you don't, I'll go ahead and try and find one and list that below. Put that on there. Now I'm gonna find myself another square. Double-sided foam. I'll put that on the back of that. Hopefully I'm staying in frame here. Put that right there. And then I'm going to layer up these flowers. Let me show you all 12 cards. Let me start with the 6 that I made before you came on. And I'll put some of this stuff to the side.